Tuesday, Harry. Since Tuesday, man. But we're
Yeah,
back.
it's been a while, man, but we're ready to get it started. A lot of going on. There's a lot going on, man. Um, geez, this just how do you? We're gone for 4 days, man, and it seems like so much has passed by so fast. You're like, how do we all get it together, man? So that's why we had to go live today, man. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We had to go live with all this stuff that's going on. So excited, man, to see the topics, see what everybody's doing for this weekend, what they've done, what do they think about the fight last night, which was crazy. But yeah, man, I'm ready. I'm amped.
My bad. I'm just doing a sound check on TikTok. I was just making sure. I'm just doing a sound check on TikTok. I think I can hear. I don't know if you want a sound check. What's up, Jose?
Yeah.
Look
Yeah,
at
what's
that.
up, what's up, man?
There's only three things that are certain in life, right? Dead Tex and Jose Pais joining on the thread, man. But yeah, like you said, I mean, it's never a dull moment, right? Especially being a cowboy. You know, a cow just being a part of Cowboys Nation.
Yep.
Cowboys are always in the news. I mean, Jerry Jones was late to the combine, but he got there and he started some feathers. And I don't know, man. But let's get right into it, right? I mean, well, what have we seen so far? What's the latest on some of the moves the Cowboys have made recently?
Well, I think obviously for sure the one that I think everybody's kind of waiting for is Pollard. I think the consensus has been that if they don't get a deal done by Tuesday, that he'll get the franchise tag. Um, other than that, the other one is I think Michael. I don't know how to say his name, so excuse me. Gelkin of the Dallas Morning News reports that they will be placing a second round tender worth $4.3 million on right tackle Terrence Steele. So far so good, man. That's what's going on right now. And of course, all the other rumors about OBJ.
So let's talk about Terrence Steele for a while, right? Because what did you say they give him?
The second round tender.
Second round tender, man. What does Jose Pais say? Hold on, Jose is so silly. Don't be mad at McCarthy because he did. McCarthy also, I feel like he kind of threw. It feels like it just came out. It came off wrong, right? Like because it just came out. It came out bad, and a lot of the feedback that I was seeing on some of our threads that where we mentioned that was that McCarthy was talking like old school, like like really old school, and like the whole point is to put up points on the board. So what is running the damn ball gonna do? That's just old school football mentality. But I think just sometimes mainstream media runs with crazy things on that, right?
I think it got kind of taken out of context.
What's going on, fellas? Happy Sunday. Fun day, right?
Yeah,
Hey,
fun day.
happy
What's
Sunday
up,
fun day,
Black
man.
Mamba?
Black Mamba, man. Sunday fun day, man. It is definitely a fun day. What's up, compas? Thanks for giving me something to watch on this boring Sunday, for
Yeah,
sure.
let's go,
Yes,
baby.
sir. Yes, sir. Are you watching the combine? Yeah, I have it in the
Yeah,
background. Well, it's already over. They already did the whole thing, but
I think they're doing a recap right
yeah,
now.
they are doing a recap. So it's good. I always put these things to record, anyways. Uh, what's going on? Absolute. Rizzo. I'm gonna repeat what he said because um, but I will say this. We'll get into the combine in a bit, but with Terrence Steele, though, what do you think, Harv? Do you think that another team will try to close a deal with Terrence Steele?
I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of smart, right? This is probably one of the smarter moves the Cowboys have made. Just simple fact, you got to think some of these players that they paid have gotten hurt and they haven't came back the way they thought they were going to come back. So why not put a second round tender and somebody thinks, hey man, we'll give you a second rounder for him. Um, and if you look at the class, if you get a second rounder, I mean, why not? Even next year, you can get a good offensive linemen. Um, so the only question that I got is, let's say somebody does match that second round, do they get it this year? So that's a pretty smart move. If you're the Cowboys, if somebody's willing to match or exceed, you take that second rounder and you get a replacement.
Well, I think you're right. I think it's smart on different levels, right? Because of the compensation, second round pick looks like it's money, the money round. But I will say this also, you can kind of get you can let the market set his salary, right? Like in other words, let another team set the market for the Cowboys, and the Cowboys can choose to match it or let him go. And like you said, there's going to be plenty of offensive tackles in the second round, and if you arm yourself with two second rounders, you can walk away with day one starters, and you could probably fill up your three top needs immediately with those with the first and the two second rounders, right?
Yeah,
So
no, it's a great move, man.
would you let's see, would you do a bike build contest against Paul
I think
Jr.?
it's the wrong thread. He says the
Oh,
wrong thread.
have you heard anything about who are the Cowboy who the Cowboys will cut or sign in free agency? I mean, right now we've been looking endlessly at things, trying to gather as much information, but we kind of know a consensus, right? Which is they need to either cut or completely restructure Zeke's contract. They need to do that for Tyron Smith. They need to either cut and then re-sign him, or see if he'll just completely sign a completely different contract. And then that right there, though, with those two moves, what was the other move, Harv, that they need to do?
So the biggest one is Zeke, Tyrone Smith. I mean, really, you could go with Jordan Lewis. We'll save you 4 million. You can restructure Demarcus Lawrence's deal. I mean, there's so many things you could do. Dak obviously is one of them. It's a big one, but you really don't have to do that if you do a couple of those moves. So we should be fine.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think the Dak one does make sense, but from the way it sounded from Jerry Jones, doesn't sound like they were going to restructure him. Look like
No.
they're going to write it out. Um, Let me see. Let's get caught up on. Let's get caught up here. Jose Paez, him wanting to run the ball more better, mean the line will get solid again. It
So
does seem like that's definitely the trend that he was trying, I guess, to
and,
try to say, right?
and I think it's more. I don't think Mike McCarthy. They took it out of context. I think Mike McCarthy means more of a situational football, not so much just run it every down. It's more situational. Second and two at the 18. Come on, man. Let's run the ball.
Yeah. I mean, and not abandon it either, right? So
Yep.
that's the big thing. Porter is looking good, Harv. Joey Porter Jr., the corner out of Penn State.
I'm not gonna lie, man. He is. He
I
is.
mean,
But
he showed up. He showed up when
yeah.
he needed to,
Yep.
and he looked good during the interviews. Right? He was saying how
Yeah.
he wanted to play with Micah, so that shows loyalty, man. But I don't think he'll be there. But when the Cowboys pick, I think his
No.
his stock has risen so high. Why not?
Yep.
I was hoping he was able to come back or trade him.
No. Oh, he's talking about Steele.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's a great move by the Cowboys. Honestly, one of the better moves they've made in a while.
I mean, it's a smart move. Will you be happy if they draft heavy on offensive side? Because I would be. It's a good question. I think we kind of like tried talking about it because I think, well, what year was it where they went all defense? Was it
2 years ago, 3 years ago.
last year? They had a little bit of a balance, right? The offensive
Yeah.
lines, the defensive line, and wide
When
receiver.
they, I think, because I want to say they got Anthony Brown and Jordan Lewis the same draft, I believe.
It's a possibility. I just don't remember because I remember they did sign similar deals.
Yeah.
My bro Jeffro said we could deal CD and we could free some cap space. Well, I don't know if that's logical because CD is under a rookie contract. So I think with him, he's costing you 4 mil. So that's not too bad for a number one wide receiver. Jeffro wants a new running back. He said to trade him for a ham sandwich. I not like that deal though. That's Telfer, right? And then listen up here, Javier. There's no trend like an upward trend. All right. I don't know why you come so aggressive at Javier every time. SI
Bro.
West. Corey Stella says, I was reading that Zeke could be still be surprising cut, and Dalton Schultz, Wilson, LVE could walk. I did that. That's actually from Bleacher Report, and we were gonna talk about that in just a bit. So we'll definitely do that. When do we get back to feeling better about them boys? Tough deal. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you this. How they handle this offseason, that's gonna be it's gonna be a big telling sign on if they are able to surround Dak with what he needs, right? To make that push, and especially with his offensive scheme. Um, so we'll definitely see that. Black Mama, but get Wagner. You Harvey, you asked me right if I would be happy with Wagner and Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
I said, yeah. Who would it be?
It just depends, man. A lot of money's got to go around. I think it has to be for the right price.
Yeah, and I think for Ramsey, I think you got to go with a first rounder. Bobby Wagner still playing at a high level. I don't know how much he would come in. If he came in at the right price, I think you would have to visit that, and I think he would instantly help out this defense. He's
Yeah.
been under the scheme before, so he could be that guy, and maybe even that role model for Micah, right? Because that's who they said in essence that's what they wanted Micah to do. But I don't know. I kind of like Micah as that Joker, like he's able to kind of move around wherever he wants. I
Yep.
believe they did Lawrence. Yeah, they did. Harv, he's right. Last year they redid his contract,
Yeah.
so I don't think they can redo it anymore. Just because you're just kicking the can down a
Yeah.
little bit further. We need both sides. However, in order for Dak to be better, we need weapons. Yes, we do, man.
Yep.
Um, and from what we're seeing right now with the combine, um, and then what we're hearing, the report before we go any further is Tony, like you said, Tony Pollard will get the franchise tag. So that right there is it looks like it's very possible that we have this situation, and it's a possibility that they do bring back Zeke. So if that's the case, then I think the Cowboys are just gonna try their best to find out where the actual strength of this draft class is, and from that draft class, I think that that's where they're gonna go ahead and try to continue build adding pieces. I don't think though, and we'll get into it in just a bit. Shout out to Jerry for being able to decipher all the stuff I'll be trying to write on here.
Round of applause for Jerry, man.
Thank you,
Round
guys.
of applause.
I would not get Ramsey. Draft a safety slash corner. Let's get
Yeah.
into that, right? Let's talk about that. Let me see. Ha Beer knows it all. That's funny how he spells your name. Hot beer. Oh, that's what you should name your beer. Remember you said you're gonna make a beer. It's all good fun though. Laughing out loud. Draft offensive lineman first, then receiver. So let's talk about that. I think in the beginning when we started doing the draft content for the Cowboys, we were like all set. Offensive line in the first round, no matter what. But damn, Harv, we saw that in this combine, and we did a show earlier on East West, right? It was your first. No, it was your second. It was your second appearance on there, right?
It's my third, but nobody's counting.
Your third. Okay. But officially a part of the East West fam. But
Yeah.
anyways, um Walter Stringer is hardcore, he's a hardcore draft guy. You should follow his pages. You should follow his content. He's actually very good, man. I mean, he's good at
Yeah.
his stuff.
For sure.
I love the way he explains prospects. Like he just breaks it down so easy for you. Uh he is kind of very blunt though. He's gonna just tell you like he just will stand on his hill on players. But I will tell you this: he said something very interesting. He says, "What, which is what you said, Harp. If you can go ahead and repeat what you said."
Yeah, I just said, looking down the line before the combine even started, I don't understand how there was maybe one or two cornerbacks going in the first round. It made no sense. There is just so much talent up and down that cornerback roster. It just didn't make sense. And then now that you see the combine, you see the skills. Walt said it too, man. This is going to be might be one of the better cornerback classes coming out of the draft. So there's not gonna when they see cornerbacks go, they're gonna start going, man, and we're gonna have to be smart about what position not position, but what time do we take one? Because they might be all gone. It might be a run on them, probably by the end of mid second round, at the end of the second round. So
I like what he said though. He said that there's a strong possibility. Now, this is a crazy number I'm about to share with you guys. He goes, "There's a real strong possibility, guys, that 7 cornerbacks are drafted in the first round." He goes, "If not, they'll be gone by the top 50 picks."
yeah, this cornerback class is good.
It's damn good. So,
And then and so I don't mean to cut you off, Jerry, but then put on top of that the running back class coming in the second round.
and there's he did go into a little bit deeper. He said offensive line also was a good it was a good class also. Um there's little things here and there, but of course you're gonna have to tune into, Detroit Ave, right?
Yep.
Detroit Lions Ave to take a look at his work, and of course subscribe to the East West football podcast or East West football YouTube page, and you can see Walter on Tuesdays. He's gonna be doing actual draft coverage with an actual another East West scout named Emmanuel. Let me see. Black Mama says, I would not get Ramsey, draft the safety in the corner. Okay, okay, yeah,
I can
right. That
agree
one.
with that.
Yeah. I can agree with it too. Why spend big money on a 1 to 2 year deal on Ramsey?
Well,
Ramsey's already making 17 mil a year.
yeah, and I think the only reason I say that is it depends on the money. If the money ain't right, then I agree with you, Trackhawk. I wouldn't do it either, man. But hey, he's made his money. Why not come to a team and try to win a Super Bowl? That's what I'm trying to get at. And Bobby Wagner, like, come on and get a cheap deal, man, and try to win a Super Bowl. That's my thing on it. If they still want like that big money, then you can let them walk, man. I'd rather draft somebody. But I totally agree with Trackhawk.
I can I can I can definitely see it too. Uh yeah, we got to resign our own players, man. Uh we got to resign our own players. We got to make sure that we keep this roster as much intact as possible. I know we're all over Zeke, but it looks like Zeke's going to be a part of it. Obviously, the offensive line needs to be addressed, right?
Yep.
I think for sure you need a guard, and hopefully Matt Willitsco or Josh Ball can really develop into that swing tackle that you need, right? Because if the Cowboys are able to retain Terrence Steele, which I think they will, I think they will retain Terrence Steele regardless. Terrence Steele won't be available to like week 6, maybe at earliest, probably a little bit later, but you need one of those Matt Willitscos or Josh Boss to really hold it down at the right tackle position. I wouldn't be surprised. They did good. The running back and wide receiver class was good. However, the offensive line was good. And that's exactly kind of like where we're going. Like the thing is that I think in the first round, I think for the Cowboys, they should really consider a cornerback at this point, right? Because I
Yep.
don't know at pick, what is it, 56?
58.
58. I'm sorry. At 58, they're all gone pretty much, like the top tier corners. Right? Because I don't know if it's safe to say, but from what we've seen with these corners is they all have speed and they're long, they're lengthy. Um, there will be a corner, right? There is a corner out there that is 6'4", but his 40 ain't the best. He did have a pretty good vertical. We're talking about Kansas State, Julius Brent, right?
Yep. Brent. Yep.
But I think that I think no, it's not. I think is it safe to say that just like the offense needs speed, the Cowboys need speed at the cornerback position, Harv,
I agree, man. 100%.
and that's what these corners are able to offer, right? From Christian Gonzalez to man, all of them. I mean, 4 threes like crazy. I mean, Emmanuel Forbes, even though he weighs 165 pounds, I think from all of these, I think I know you're big on Emmanuel Forbes. I think that man, if you could trade back maybe a couple spots, I think Emmanuel Forbes would probably be a good prospect. I love the way I love the way Walter broke down his trades. He says with Emmanuel Forbes, he's not only good at the his coverage, he's good at man. He's good at off man, and he's good in zone. And says that he's great. He's really top tier player at all three levels. Says that it's kind of hard for corners to like be able to adapt to each one. But he says that Emmanuel Forbes is the best from this crop at
And
165 pounds.
and that's the thing. He's light, right? And that's what bothers me. But if you look at, I like Deontay Banks.
Yeah.
I was very high on him. But if you look at their 40 time, it's the same. But who do you give the nod to? I give it to Emmanuel Forbes, man. The
Well, the thing
length.
is with Emmanuel Forbes, I think he broke the record on pick sixes
Yeah.
too.
And not only that, but his length, man, makes up for a lot of things. So to me, I think that's what breaks it for me.
Because Kelly Bell said draft offensive line first, then receiver. I like that, but the thing is that right now the way it is uh we need a defensive back. And we're saying offensive line, and then let's see what happens in the second round. Maybe there's a wide receiver that will be there for the Cowboys. If not a corner, that would be there for the Cowboys. But dang, it looks like the pressure is on the Cowboys to either find a way to regroup, right? Move, if there's a prospect there that somebody else wants, maybe the Cowboys can move back a couple spots, get some more drive capital, and then you can kind of like be able to fill those needs earlier than later, right? Somebody says Christopher Cantu says we need a quarterback. Prescott is like Josh Allen, great all year long, but garbage in the playoffs. At least he's saying something that makes a little bit of sense, right? Instead of just
Yeah.
saying that Dak is trash. Rudy Rosales almost Houston Roughnecks time. If somebody's watching the
Yeah.
XFL.
I'm trying to wait. Is it started already or
It's
is
at
it?
7 p.m. So 7 p.m. Eastern. I mean Central time, I guess. So it's gonna be
Yeah.
starting in like 30
Got it.
less than 30 minutes.
I'm ready, man.
Cut Pollard, save that money.
I
Ooh.
Everybody knows I'm on that train. It makes no sense for us to tag him, man. With this running back class, what like? Nah, it's another time.
Bro, Bijan looks good, man. Ran 4.47s right today.
I mean, so does Spears.
Spears does look good.
He didn't run the 40, but he looks good.
Cowboys at 26 will be interesting where they go. What do you think, Ultra? What do you think? Because like we said, I think the cornerbacks are putting a little bit of pressure on the Cowboys at 26. They will
They
move up
are.
a few spots. Okay, Jose, who do you think they're going to target?
Yeah,
Marquise Bell will replace Dono, and Wagner will replace LVE. I like that, Ultra. Uh,
that's a good one.
that would be kind of cool. Cowboys will sign OBJ, so they won't go wide receiver in the round one. I'll tell you this: if there's one wide receiver that does fall, Harvey already knows I am on. I will die on that. I will die on that hill for him. I think there's no way in hell if Jackson Smith and Jigba falls to 26, you have to draft him. You have to draft him.
He won't
He
fall.
he is the quarterback's best friend. That's all I'm gonna say right now. He's so underrated. People want to put him down because of his speed, but man, watch, look at his eyes, man. You could see exactly what he does. Like he knows how to get open. That's what he does, and he knows how to read zones. Don't see them going cornerback, linebacker is a bigger issue unless they sign Wagner.
It's true, man. Bro. If you look at our team, linebacker is probably the worst position we're at right now. It is,
I don't know.
but it is just true. You can't argue that point. That's the worst position we have right now.
We are in need for speed in all positions.
We are,
That
man. With
is- it's true.
The motto should be need for speed this year, man, for the Cowboys.
I like it. I like it. That's hilarious, man. Let me see. I do think this is true though about Cowboys signing OBJ, so they don't have to go wide receiver in the first round. I
They
do
do need
think
to go wide receiver though.
I do think that's what's happening at this point. Don't see them going cornerback, linebacker, or any speed. Forbes is too small for Dan Quinn. Can see Jameer Gibbs at 26. Jameer Gibbs looks good too. He ran a nice 40 time, man. I think I
But
don't
so this is my thing with Jameer Biggs though, or Gibbs. I'm sorry. Isn't he just like Pollard?
pretty much.
So why would you get another running back that's exactly like Pollard?
Fresh legs,
You
four
need a
year,
you need a
4 years,
cowbell, man.
4 years.
I'm just saying.
He looks like Alvin Kamara, like identical to Alvin.
Yeah, he does.
Like even his body, his face, everything. Well, I don't know about his face, but I'm just saying when he puts on the jersey, the face mask, everything. Diggs, Bland, and Izzy played well in the playoffs. Plus, Lewis is returning. Thing is, you can't really bank on that. You cannot bank on that because we saw them. I think you as a Cowboy Nation, you got to ask yourself the question: do you really want to see the fumbling at the offensive line like the way the Cowboys had at the end of the year, right? With Jason Peters, and do you really want to see the fumbling at the cornerback position with Xavier Rhodes? Man, then I'm not even gonna name all those corners, man, that they brought in at the very end, but um, and it's in. I like all the prospects you just named, but we saw players don't typically come back like full strength, especially from knee situations. Like Mama says, no, keep Pollard. If Anton Harrison is there 26, they might be the pick. Man, I would say yes, but I think that you need to take cornerback into real high consideration at this point because the rest of this is a very loaded, very impressive, very loaded draft class,
It is.
and I think that
My thing is for this draft though, it's not you're not like, oh my God, there's 15 or 10 elite players. I think it's more of a there's so many good players all across the board. It's hard to distinguish that they, run off with their own position so much that it's like they're all good in their own way. It's crazy, man. It's going to be a crazy draft.
I'm
My
I'm
brother, my brother Alex already predicted that this is going to be the most trade ever in NFL history in the first round. So we'll see. We'll see about that one.
I'm trying to confirm this right here that Gibbs ran a 4.36. Now that's interesting.
He he
I
did.
didn't.
It's already confirmed. I have it right here. Jamal Gibbs 2 4 3 6. I have it up already.
Wow, it
Devon,
is
how do you say his
4.46 for Bijan Robinson. It's Jamar Gibbs. Jamar Gibbs 4.36 official. Wow,
Yeah,
that's
Devon.
impressive.
How do you say his name from Texas A&M?
Bijan.
John? No, from Texas A&M.
Oh, Devin Akane.
Akane. He ran a 4.32.
Wow, and that's because they weren't. I think they were. They said it was lower, or his second time was lower than his first one. When wide receivers start coming off the board, they will come off in bunches as well. Gotta take Jackson Smith if he's there. I'm telling you, Jackson Smith is a difference maker, and he has that killer instinct. Jackson will be a Patriot. I agree with you, man. You know what? He's been linked to the Patriots. I think that he would help any quarterback. Doesn't matter who he is. I think he'll help out any quarterback become their best friend. There's the slogan: "Move on from Pollard in 2024." And throw Zeke in there for free because Pollard is good. That why two Pollards is better than one. Ooh, that's a good one.
And I get that, but short yardage, man.
And the Cowboys have shown that they have not been able to use Tony Pollard. Be interesting to see if do you think with Mike McCarthy calling the plays, do you think he's gonna have plays for him ready? You know what I'm saying? For
Oh
Tony
yeah,
Pollard. If
yeah,
we
for
do,
sure.
it says this draft will be just like the 2021 draft when they went defense on the first 5 picks. But in 2023, it will be all offense. Who do you have in mind, Ultra Cowboy?
There's no way it'll be like maybe one or two defensive players, but I don't think they'll go deep. There's so many good defensive players in this draft, not to. So
Let's get caught up on TikTok. a Trump a Trump username says, um, this team needs too many things. I fear they are about to be a 4-win team. Oh damn! Then that means Dan Quinn takes over, and he might be able to get his own quarterback. And by that time, I think
There's no way this team goes 4 wins. There's no way. I'm not trying to be biased because I'm a Cowboys fan, but there's no way this team goes with 4 wins.
uh,
And if they do, at least they're gonna get their quarterback for the future.
I think it's Cochise. I believe nobody threw all those interceptions except Dak. Smiley Silva, JSN, right? Jackson Smith in Jigwa, he's on it with me. He will fall at 26. Wow. I I did hear that because he didn't run the 40 time. That's what I heard. But he's always open, so
He only played what 3 games last year?
that also the hamstring. But I'll tell you this, he looks smooth. I think if you look at if you look back, I think CJ Stroud and Jackson Smith and Jigba, they stole the show. Like they looked like they
Yeah,
belong
they
in the
did.
NFL.
They did. They did.
Uh, Dallas needs a coach. He says Dallas needs to draft Max Duggan. I don't know, man. I saw some questionable throws by Max Duggan that I don't know. It looks like he needs a lot of work. Who do you want? Elliott? Question mark. That's from Trump. You need someone to be your running back.
Not Elliott.
Smiley Silva says, "Give me Jack Campbell in the third round, the linebacker out of Iowa. He can do it all hard. He's,
I
he's
just don't. I don't know.
hey, we need a linebacker. If
Uh,
because Drew Sanders, I don't think he'll be there in the third. I don't think.
I'd rather go with speed.
Are you saying because he's too much of an old school linebacker?
Yeah.
Interesting. I think he could do it all in the NFL. Did you hear about the new cheat throwing 4 touchdowns, 477 yards in today's XFL game? I did not hear that, but I did hear about Josh Gordon going off. I heard Josh Gordon went crazy. I think.
So that's one player that I would try to sign if I were the Cowboys,
Who?
just to test the waters. Gordon.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Why not?
I would not.
Why not?
I nah. I think he's already got too many. He already got too many. Let's see here. Max Duggan, Max Duggan, Max Duggan. Wow, coaches. Okay. I guess that's your quarterback that you want to see as the next franchise quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. A Karch 888 says Hertz is a much better quarterback than Dak. Ooh.
I would agree with you.
Don't tell me that.
I agree with him.
I disagree. Hertz also has better receiving weapons than Dak does. There you go.
That is true.
I think that's the outlining thing. Let's see here. If our running backs stay, then it's hard to see them going running back early in the draft.
And
Very true.
that's gonna be a mistake for the future.
It would. Harrison, Akani, Laporta, first 3 picks. Wow.
That's pretty good.
Hey, and I'm surprised we're not hearing Darnell Washington because he broke the internet with what he was doing at the combine. I mean, that 40 was pretty impressive for his size. What was he, 6'6", almost 6'7"? Ran the 40 in 4.65.
264.
What do you do? He caught that crazy ball one-handed OBJ style catch. I mean, he was just lining it up. I agree with Ultra Cowboy. It's time to give Dak every weapon possible to take the next step. Thanks, Dwight. Zeke needs to turn into fullback. Man, Zeke, I don't know if he can block because I thought he was always a great blocker, but damn, he got ran over in the last play. I know the Cowboys laid him out like that, but he didn't. He took it to the chin. He didn't even try. What's up, Beast? I have to say it. This is why I can't get into mock drafts because no one knows what Jerry Jones is being told or thinking. So a lot of times the obvious to us is not clear to Jerry Jones. I think the one thing that is clear, Jose, is that Jerry Jones wants the splash, man.
Yep.
Last year, I think he couldn't find the splash, and so he was able to stick to what they told him to stick to. For the most part, I feel that when it comes to not having that splash player, Stephen Jones will stick to the board that Will McClay has made, and that's why they drafted who they drafted. So yeah. Some mock drafts can be a little bit biased, but if you stick to our mock drafts, we'll do them together. They're a lot better when we do them together.
Yep.
Cowboys will use one of their comp picks on Max Duggan. Damn it, man! What's up with everybody with Max?
I'd rather get tuned than him.
Anton Harrison just turned 21. Incredible upside. Yes,
That's why.
I like him.
That's why I have a feeling the Cowboys are going to draft that dude
I wouldn't be mad.
because he's young.
I wouldn't be mad. Trust the tape and not the combine. OBJ is Jerry's Viagra. You guys are something else, man. I tell you. If the commander saying Jackson, watch Jones make a splash. Are you talking about Lamar Jackson? Because this is a possibility, Harv. We're talking about this today. If whatever team needs a quarterback, it would just cost them 2 first-round picks for Lamar Jackson. And the only thing is you're going to have to give him the contract similar to the one that Deshaun Watson has signed, right? Is there a team out there that you think that would do something like that?
I could see the Commanders doing that.
I don't know about the Commanders because if you're sticking with Rivera as your head coach, I think he's a little bit more disciplined than that. But do you think if there's a team out there that would?
Yeah, for sure. 2 first-round picks, yes.
Because what teams need a quarterback? The Jets, the Dolphins. Would you say no? And they said they're going to stick with Tua, right?
I don't think he's good, man. I think he's damaged goods.
Black Mamba, yes.
I think Tua's damaged goods. I don't even think he should play in the NFL anymore. As many concussions as he's had, I can't believe his family's not keeping him from playing.
I mean, I think it's hard, right? Because we all have that competitor in us, that we, I'm pretty sure you played through several injuries that you shouldn't, that were questionable.
Oh yeah.
Look, Black Mamba says Tampa Bay is a name or a team to keep an eye out for Lamar Jackson.
No, I don't know if it fits Tampa.
Damn, it's kind of crazy.
The Dolphins, though, I could see him going to the Dolphins 100%.
March 13th, right? That's when it starts. The actual, what is it called? The where you can actually talk to teams. What is it?
It's Ultra Cowboy, man.
What is it? Tua is like Biden. They leave breadcrumbs so he can find the bathroom. Oh man, you're gonna get us in trouble, man. We're trying to get established here, man. You're gonna get cancel culture to come and cancel us, man. And then we're gonna have to restart all over again, but it's all good. We know how to do it.
That is funny though.
Yeah, Steve, who's your team? I bet you it's pretty sorry. I bet you that much. There are quarterbacks that didn't make the playoffs better than Zach, or I think he meant Dak. Little typo. I don't know, man. I think Dak is. I think we've already established Dak is a good quarterback. He's not elite. He's good. He's smart. I think he just. It's clear that he needs pieces, and he needs a good running game. He needs a perfect situation. Perfect lineup. I think the splash that Jerry's talking about will be in the bathtub. If he's keeping damaged goods, then what will he be picking up? A better O-line, but with a beat up running backs and bum receivers means what?
That's what I keep saying, Matt. Why are we even entertaining keeping Pollard? Why?
Because he's a weapon.
Oh, there's weapons in the draft.
I know, but he's a weapon. He's established. He's been in the NFL. He understands how to take the ball, for 60 and take it in for 60 yards for a touchdown.
So every time somebody drafts a running back, I'm going to write their name down and see how explosive they are in the NFL from now until 3 years.
Like to prove
that you could have saved to everybody that you could have saved money somewhere else. And that's the situation we put ourselves in. We get emotional about things and we sign players that we don't have to. And that's the issue that we fall into. Look at the Chiefs, man. They had to find a way to put weapons around Mahomes to make sure that that doesn't happen to him again in the last Super Bowl. And he had to let people go. He had to bench people. He had to sign all these. They drafted these 7 rookies and started offense and defense. And look what happened, man. You have to let people go and go somewhere else and make the money.
Says, yeah, Pollard knows how to fumble big time in the NFL. I don't know Pollard had a fumbling issue.
No. Where'd you get that? I don't understand where you got his stats from.
Yeah, I don't know where you got the stats from. We're not denying that Pollard's not a good player. Pollard's a damn good player. The thing is that there's players like him already in this draft class.
Yeah.
Wait, no, keep Pollard. Why would you give up on him now? He deserves to be here. Save money on Dak, Zeke, Smith, Schultz. Come on. I think that this, like I said, this is the most important offseason for the Dallas Cowboys because they can literally shrink their window down that they had a year ago. Because even if you hear Jerry Jones on one of his breakdowns, he was saying that last year it was a hell of a team, and he felt that it was his opportunity. Uh, it was the Cowboys' opportunity to make it to the Super Bowl and actually have a shot at the Super Bowl. I think he is right, because it's going to look like a different team have after all the moves they're going to have to make to make some free up some cash, and like you said, they're going to have to be smart on how they attack the draft, and then from there see if they can get some day one starters for this offense and defensive groups. Ultra Cowboy says he got it from Dizzy to a oh my gosh. I like Black Mamba's take though. He deserves to be here. Save money by uh redoing Dak, Zeke. Um, what Smith are you talking about though? Black Mamba and Schultz.
So Pollard has fumbled the ball 3 times in 4 years.
That's actually a pretty good. He goes,
I don't know where you got those fumbles from.
yeah. Well, he said, Coach. He says, yeah. Another 12-4 season, and they lost in the playoffs though.
What does that? That doesn't mean fumbling the ball.
Oh, Tyron. He was talking about Tyron Smith. My bad. Yes, I think that's the right remedy, right? Redoing the money on Dak, redoing the money on Zeke, redoing the money on Tyron, and then Schultz. I think they're gonna let him.
Yeah,
I
he's walking.
think he's walking.
This tight end class is way too strong for you to try to sign Schultz.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go way very deep, man. But we'll see, man. I mean, I think for sure we know that they know they need some pieces on the offensive line. I know that they need a wide receiver that has speed. Is it on TikTok or
Somebody just told Cochise or whatever his name is, the NFL has moved to a 17 game season. Keep up.
yeah, 12-5, right?
12-5, buddy.
Yeah, 12-5, not 12-5.
Oh well.
I don't know if Jerry Jones has said that he's happy being in the middle of the pack. I mean, he says he literally wakes up every day. Oh, Black Mama says, yeah, let Schultz walk. We draft Kelly Ringo at 26. My TV getting to a what? Ultra
I would
Cowboy?
not. I hope we don't get Kilo Ringo, man.
No, man. Did you see how horrible he looked trying to track down the ball? Like either he needs glasses, like a Jameis Winston laser. What is it? What's that? LASIK?
LASIK.
I don't know what that was. That wasn't even a diamond. I didn't see no diamond at all. Did you see the diamond on Kelly Ringo?
Yeah.
Did you see him trying to do a diamond catch?
Yeah. It was horrible.
He was doing a scissor catch. Like what is this? Like Schultz is gone. Yes, we believe that Schultz is gone. Shaking my head. When we winning, they hate. When we lose, they hate. We just better. Joshua Martinez. It's been a while. No, I saw him say that.
Yeah.
I gotta go back and find that one because
He actually did say that.
I pay attention to Mr. Jones, because he gives out great content and content sells, man. But Ultra Cowboy. Oh wait, I believe we restructured Lawrence. He is a Cowboy for life. Yeah, I think he is for the next 2 seasons for sure with the Cowboys. Ultra Cowboy Anton Harrison at 26. I like the prospect. I think I was on Anton Harrison. I think in the very beginning, but at this point, I know we need corners, and damn, there ain't gonna be no
Yeah.
corners at 56, man.
So I'll let you know on about a month ago, Jerry Jones says he's comfortable just being in the middle. It's exactly his words. He's comfortable with the position the Cowboys are at.
I need to find that. I need to actually find him saying that. Who reported that so I can go and
No,
find it?
he didn't report. He said it in the interview.
I know who did the interview so I can go and find his audio of
It's
him.
on. If you go to YouTube, it's on YouTube. And Dallas Cowboys fan 1980 actually posted about it.
Ultra Cowboy says I listen to Jerry, but I hear Steven. At times I can kind of get your vibe, but it's kind of weird because Jerry throws that little Arkansas twang into his.
Yeah, he does. You know that one video you made, the short or the TikTok video where he has a camo on
Mm-hmm.
and you made it orange and all that?
Yeah.
It's that interview when he said it a
All
month
right, I'll
ago.
go back and I'll find that piece. I'll make sure I put that on blast so all Cowboy Nations. Hey, when you guys see it, make sure you repost it on your TikTok. Make sure you share it. It's on everywhere, all social medias. Make sure you share it so it can get out as far as it can get. And I will make sure I make it look nice so the Joneses can hear it and feel it themselves. Jerry rambles. Steven runs the team. And I think there is truth to that. I
There is
really
true
do
that.
think.
Yeah,
I think
100%.
I think Steven has actually been running it for a longer than what we think. I think
Yeah.
Steven's been running it like I mean, if you look when they brought him in, when they brought in Deion Sanders, that was a Jerry Jones deal. And Steven Jones was super pissed because he made that deal. But I think the way you look at it, Steven Jones was already running the team at that time, like because he was trying to control the salary cap. But we'll see, man. Zach, the Zach Zach from TikTok says, I seen it. He's actually seen where
Yeah.
Jerry Jones saying that. Corey Strella says there's a rumor that our first pick at 26 in the first round is Steve Avila, the center from TCU. What happened? I don't know what happened, but Steve Avila, I like what I see with him.
Yeah.
I don't know about 26.
That's too
Where,
high.
where's your rumor? Where's your rumor? Where's
If
your
I'm gonna if I'm gonna get a center, I'm gonna get the guy from I don't know how to say. Is it Schmitz from Minnesota?
oh
Now
yeah,
that's a center. If you're talking about a center, that's the guy.
the one from Minnesota, Jason Smith Schultz.
Schmitz, is that how you say it? Yeah, that's how you say it. I don't know how to say his last name, but yeah, he's a really good player, man. I like him.
What do you think about giving up a second and a third for D Hop?
I don't like that move.
But with along with all this that we've heard right about Tony Pollard being franchised, Terrence Neal getting the second round tender, we've been seeing that the Cowboys are trying to make a big move. Is D Hop the move that they're talking about?
I hope not. I don't like that move, man. Because this is my thing, right? Dak has 2 years on his contract, and you get D Hop for how much longer? 2 or 3 years? You're starting all over again if you get another quarterback.
True.
Like, there's no point in that. You might as well have young receivers if somebody else takes over this team. It
Okay.
makes no sense to me.
Justin, I hope I say it nine. Justin Fonda 5 says, I'd rather have D Hop than Beckham.
Now,
Oh, okay. Corey Strella said someone wrote that on the Cowboys Bleacher Report. Someone
about
wrote that,
what?
that on the comments. That about about the Steve Avila being the pick from TCU.
No, that's too high, man.
I think the big move is Ramsey. I don't know, man. Would you go a first round for Ramsey?
No, no.
He looks
I'd
like this.
rather I'd rather draft somebody. That's my thing. Like Ramsey, if we're talking about Wagner, I would love to have him in free agency at a certain amount of cap, like nothing crazy. Hey, you guys made your money already. Now come to the Cowboys and let's win a Super Bowl. But I ain't paying you that much. And if they say no, let them walk. Cool, go with somebody else. But for me, we have to draft, man. We have to draft and keep replacing these players that we can let go and make more money somewhere else. That has to be the formula, in my
on
opinion.
on TikTok, they're very divided. Look, I hope Ramsey is the move. And then somebody said, I think the big move is Ramsey, which is Corey Steller, right? And then Justin Fonda says, I don't want Ramsey either. Move blend opposite Diggs, right? I guess he's saying make him an outside corner
I I
and then draft a young slot.
I agree with him. I
I don't
agree with what he's
I
saying.
I kind of like Bland in the
It
slots.
doesn't matter.
No,
Either
but I'm saying
Blanda. No, I'm saying vice versa. It doesn't matter. We need to draft a corner. Draft a corner and either keep Blandon inside or move him outside and move that guy inside. Whichever you want. Whichever you want to dress your BLT with, either mustard or mayonnaise. You need to draft a cornerback,
everybody knows you got to do it, Mayo, man. Uh,
of course.
I will say this. Uh, I think I really do think that at 26, the Cowboys, unless it's like Bijan or Jackson Smith and Jigba that is there, I think you have to go corner, man. I think you have to because you can get yourself an outside corner, a true outside corner that can do it all.
Yep.
I would even feel I'm gonna go on a limb right now and I'll say I'll feel comfortable taking him at 26 because 26 is basically a second rounder. Emmanuel Forbes, I think his completion percentage or no, the QBR that he allowed in the SEC is something unheard of. Like I don't know if it's been done before, and he broke the record for pick sixes in the SEC with pick sixes, right? And so I think he allowed 1.7 a completion percentage on when he was on man to man coverage. The worst is zero point 0.0, and he nearly shut it down. He's been the epitome of a shutdown corner in the SEC, the hardest one. Um, Ultra Cowboy says Jerry rambles, Steven runs the team. I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. At times, I just want to give Jerry the sippy cup.
These guys, man. You
they,
guys are
smoke, they
crazy.
smoke with Schmitz, he says.
Schmitz, that's the guy, Michael Schmitz. Yep.
Yeah, it's either to, I know, I hope they don't watch the Cowboys do that, right? Do a Travis Frederick with him. Jump.
I keep telling you this offensive line needs a center, man. I've been saying that for the last couple of years when Frederick left. We need a center to take control, smart dude to take control of that offensive line and run it, man. That's just me.
Ultra Cowboy says it's either to sign OBJ or move up for Jackson. But you move for Jackson, you're going to have to pay the price. Ultra Cabo also said Bossman and Nation were DQ picks in the second and third. I think he's right on this one, man. Is he your slot cornerback? He looked like he could play it, but the
And
thing is,
I like
the,
that.
the
Is
thing
he?
is, what depth do you have behind them? So you have to get more corners, regardless. If Porter's available, Dallas will take him. I think.
Oh yeah,
I
of
think at this
course.
point, that's a no brainer. I
Yeah.
think not only that, but he will help sell jerseys, and that's something that we know the Jones or Jerry Jones likes to do most importantly. Remember what happened when they moved Skandrick to the outside? He became a Pro Bowler, which is a very true
He
statement.
did. It's true.
Wow, who's a good corner? Who's a good corner guy? It's so funny when people use that word, man. Like you know what I mean? Like I consider those people like the annoying people in life. You know what I mean? Like what's up, guy? Like
Mm.
why don't you say what's up, JM? Um, there's I already said I feel Emmanuel Forbes is the one, man, in this draft. I already sold on that kid. When the Cowboys get going, they always seem to get rid of them Cowboys. Will no, will not. And he goes when they okay. This is JCO 5964 on TikTok says when the Cowboys get going, they always seem to get rid of them. Cowboys will not go to the Super Bowl.
I have no idea what he's asking. Let's move
No,
on to the
no.
next one.
So he's saying when the Cowboys get going, they always seem to get rid of their players. I think in this case they're not doing that, and that's the one they should be doing it to.
But
Right?
who have they got rid of?
I guess he's talking like about Byron Jones, maybe.
He
You know,
didn't do good.
I
Okay, number
well,
one. Who's
well, no,
next?
no, 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 no. He was doing good with the Cowboys, but then when he moved on, he didn't do good.
Because he was okay.
Uh, but no, what I think he's trying to say that's why we haven't got to the Super Bowl because the Cowboys
I nah.
have not been able to find
I can't.
the players.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with it because tell me what players in the past couple of years they have let go and has made a huge impact other than them actually playing for the Cowboys. I don't mean like cut, release, and gone after like 1 or 2 years. I'm talking about major impact for the Cowboys and have let go to other teams and made a major impact.
I think in this case, we already kind of. I think we're all kind of sold. I think Tony Pollard should should be a free agent. You know, he probably gets you a fourth round comp pick next year. Zeke, let him go because it'll save you the money that you need to save, and then from there, like you said, Malik Davis, and then bring in if you can, maybe try to sign a free agent that you can bring in at the maybe the veteran minimal because that's what the Eagles did with what with Gainwell and Bart Scott, all these running backs, and look what they were able to
But
do.
I just think Byron Jones, you weren't going to pay him that much, man.
Someone said Byron Jones had one good year. Byron started to decline
That is true.
when he hurt his knee.
When he hurt his knee, he was done, man.
Cowboys have time to sign Pollard.
They
It
do
would
have
be
time.
they do.
They
It's on
have.
Tuesday.
There's no there. They have to sign Pollard before this franchise tag to
It's
at
true.
least make it less than 10.1 million or whatever it is. Like they have to.
Jose Pai says center and left guard has been needed since Frederick left. Right on with Javi.
It's true, man.
I mean, there is some centers in this draft class. I think with the one that we talked about, John Michael Schmitz. I think he's ahead of everybody. And then what is his name? Oh, Wapler from
Weipler
Ohio.
from
From
Ohio
Ohio
State, the
State.
center. So this is my thing about it, though. Like you got to think. I think we're like last in win ratio or 24th in win ratio in the NFL with our offensive line. The top two teams that played in the Super Bowl were top five. They had the two best offensive lines in the top five. It's offensive line, man.
Ultra Cowboy says that Emmanuel Forbes is too small because he weighs 168 pounds. But damn, in college he did what he needs to do. Probably one of the best man-to-man corners that you've seen in a long time. If they draft Schmitz, he will play left guard and move to center in 24.
I can see that.
He's actually, I think he is 24 years old, right? Because he
No, he's
stayed.
talking about 2024.
No, but I'm saying like I believe he stayed for that extra year of COVID. So this is kind of like one of those things where if you're drafting this guy, you're drafting an older player. I want you to know that because somebody said it earlier. Anton Harrison, 21, and this guy's 24. I think he's gonna be 25 at the start of the league year. So you guys need to think about that. Do you really want this? So be careful before you start manifesting this. Cowboys don't pay cornerbacks. Well, we'll see. They said that they're going to try to lock down CeeDee Lamb and trade Diggs. Well, fellas, got to go. I'm on Baca. Great combo though. Hey, Black
Vacation.
Mamba.
Cool.
We'll see if we do another live during this week. Definitely, we want to see. We probably will do a live on Tuesday, if time permits, because that's the trade. I mean the deadline for the franchise tag. Cowboys don't pay cornerbacks. Uh, they did Brandon Carr, but Brandon Carr burned him, right? Martin can't do his job, which with a bad center and a left, and our left tackle can't do his with a bad guard. So yeah, you're right. I mean, that's why that position is so important. But also, so Cowboys have a couple needs. So we'll see how they handle the free agency part of it first. So we're gonna see how they keep these players, how they're able to keep it, how to get some positional groups filled up, right? Because if they're able to, I don't know about the corner though. there's not really a corner out there that you're gonna be able to sign in free agency. The corners that are available, they're on other teams. It's gonna require some draft capital. Cowboys love their draft capital.
Yeah,
But
Schmidt is actually 23.
okay, but he will be 24, right, during the season.
Yeah, I believe so.
So still, that's not really good. Like I'll tell you this: a lot of these players are still 23 and are going to be 24 this year. Are people like C.D. Lamb, Micah Parsons, who else? Who else? Who else? I believe Trevon Diggs is still 24. He'll be 25 this year. So you see what I'm saying? Like normally, typically, somebody that's 24, they've already been in the league for a few seasons. Is there any need at the defensive line? Maybe late round development players. Man, we were talking with he mentioned Siaka Ika, and he was like saying how he loved how he's at 335, right? Which is the lies that he's been. He says that guy is the guy. Uh, I was like, is he the next Vita Vea? He's like, put him next to Vita Vea. I was like, what? Why have two of them? But I will say this: that this is where this draft class gets really interesting because a lot of these defensive tackles help themselves out with these runs, especially what's his name, Chauncey, or what's his name from Pitt? Is it
Sorry.
Chauncey?
Yeah, I know. And you're talking about defensive tackle?
Yeah, the defensive tackle running
Yeah.
that 40, that 4.65 40. It's crazy, right? Um, the thing is, for whatever reason, the Cowboys just don't like drafting safeties and defensive linemen. So, Trent Simpson at 26.
I'd be okay with that.
I mean, I wouldn't be upset because it is a need, but I mean, the Cowboys are able to, you know, oh, be smart, make the right moves during free agency. They can maybe address that, and it won't be a need. But I wouldn't be upset with it either. He looks like a good prospect. I like his interview. I like how he said he actually studies Michael Parsons tape. Cowboys are high on Monty Smith. Man, that guy. How much did he bench press? It was crazy. Ramsey is out there. Yeah, he is. I wouldn't mind Marcus Spears at the right price. Man, but that's kind of like a Trey Diggs, man. Like you need somebody that's going to be disciplined and can stay, with speed and all that good stuff. But at one point, I like Marcus Peters as a prospect. They really getting rid of Tony Pollard? No, I think they're going to sign
Yeah.
Cowboy, and that's by Big Cowboy. Do Cowboys sign wide receiver free agent or get one through the draft? Either way, CD needs help. Totally agree. OBJ, I think at the right price, I think he is the one. And somebody's confirming with him. They are franchise tagging Pollard if they can get a done deal.
Yeah.
It looks like they are going to do that.
Yep.
Love watching you guys youngsters trying to guess what Jones will do. We already know, man. He loves to make the splash plays, man. I mean, if he doesn't make the splash plays, he's gonna stick to what his son tells him to do, which is basically the sheet that Will McClay gives him. Can
Yep.
you see Parsons and Ramsey on same defense? Ooh. That's like if somebody's playing Madden and you can, like, you know what I'm saying? You're getting those trades, like you're making those trades push in so you can see how he does it. I don't know, man. I will tell you this with him, he looks like he's very limited just to a cover three scheme, which I know the Cowboys do run a lot of it. But the thing is that with Ramsey, if you leave him out there in the island for too long, he will get toasted, man.
Yep. He will. Hey, real quick, shout out Jerry's. We're giving away that lineman hat. Lineman lead the way. So you guys on TikTok, come over to YouTube, man, and subscribe so you have a chance to win the lineman lead the way hat.
Yeah, this is the cap right here.
You
Not
got it.
I actually this is my actual cap, but this is what it looks like. Exactly looks like this one.
So
The link
subscribe,
is
man.
in the bio. Subscribe, and anybody here on YouTube now, subscribe. It's only gonna get better. We're only gonna be covering more.
Make sure you're
Obviously,
public.
yes, so we can see at least your name or your email address. So when we throw you into that online meter, your name gets called.
And I think you said the next one is this one that I'm wearing.
Yes. Yeah, yes. We have that cap. It's the True Brand Paisley. It's a very nice cap. Look at that cap. That will be the next one. So this will be during free agency that this one. Oh no, I'm sorry. We are working towards getting a Discord, right? So the Discord, I think we're saying we're shooting for free agency to give away this cap, and then that parsley one was the second Sunday of April that we're going to do the giveaway on that one. So to these caps, we're going to give them to you for free. I mean, whoever gets selected from the subscription. But all you gotta do is hit the subscribe button. That's all you do. You hit the subscribe button, you're in. I mean, how hard is it for you to do that? Somebody said, okay, good, because we need Pollard. Can you trust OBJ knee for 17 games? That's a good question, Harv.
No.
I think you have to say yes because with the way
When's the last time he'd had a full season?
well they found out last year that he rushed the first knee surgery and it wasn't done correct. That's why he got it again. This time they did the work the right way. That's why he didn't rush back last year and sign with the Cowboys last year. But you're right. It's been more than what 5 seasons that he's been able to have a full season.
Yeah.
Ramsey's no longer a man corner. Yes, you're absolutely right.
Correct.
He was strictly
100%.
cover three and a sub linebacker for Rams last year.
Yep.
See what I'm talking about? When is the draft? Got to watch it. It's the last. Uh, it's the Thursday, the last Thursday, the last Friday of April, and it goes into the first Saturday. I believe it's the first Saturday of May. Yeah, you see, draft is last Thursday of April. Did we sign another backup quarterback? I have not seen any news about any quarterback
No.
being signed. And somebody said, "Okay, thanks. All right, we're caught up there. Let's see." I love these. I love these comments. Look at these comments. Hold on. Can you see Parsons and Nolan Smith on the same defense?
All day.
Man,
That would be a lot of problems for a lot of teams.
a 4.39.
There'd be a big problem for a
Sam
lot
Williams.
of teams.
Sam Williams ran a 4.45 last year.
But that's what I'm saying. Imagine Nolan Smith and Sam Williams, one on each end, and then Micah just roaming around.
That would be beautiful, bro.
That'd be dangerous.
I
Very
mean,
dangerous.
I would love that pick, man. I mean, I've been big on Nolan Smith for a while, but damn, man, this corner situation is making it very uncomfortable for us, right? TikTokers are disqualified unless they make the move over. Round of applause for Jose, man. Keeping it real, man. Harvey always says it. That's his slogan, man. Keep it real.
Yeah.
I believe the Cowboys pick will come out of the left field like a Tyler Smith pick. I don't know if that was out of the field because honestly, the man that everybody gets upset with right now is Mike Fisher, and Mike Fisher tipped it off like a day before the draft. He says, Tyler Smith, get comfortable with that name. So he said. April 27th through the 29th.
Yep.
And facts, Javier.
Yes, sir.
So what do you think, man? I really hope Dak Prescott's get better. I will tell you this. This is finally the year that everybody can be harsh on Dak if he doesn't pull through. If it doesn't show that he's, this is technically his second offense. If he doesn't succeed in the second offense, then, I think it's time that we can start being fair and say that Dak is really not the man. Anything else?
I think somebody said on TikTok, Martinez, you the man.
I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it, man. Hey, look, link is in the bio. Check. I mean, all you gotta do hit the YouTube button. It takes you to our page. Subscribe. The cap giveaways are there. You join our threads while we're live. Hey, we'll bring it to life. We'll actually have a really good discourse, man. I love what we're building here. I think it's something like none other, man. don't need good corners. Is the opposition's quarterback is on his back. You're right, man. So
That is true.
that is a true statement. I think Nolan Smith and Sam Williams and Micah would help with the interceptions. I think we still got Trey Diggs one more year, right? And we do have Deron Bland still, and we do have Jordan Lewis. Even though Jordan Lewis, I think what Deron Bland is, that's what Jordan Lewis was supposed to be. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I think what Jordan Lewis
Yes. Yeah.
was supposed to be was Deron Bland, but it didn't work out for him that way. I got a candle lit for Dak. It's called the pressure candle. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, you can market that and you can really sell that stuff. So you better jump on that sucker. That Dak hate is unreal. He led the league in non-turnover worthy plays. That's an interesting stat. I need to look into. Dak's not the man, but all he has to do is protect the ball. Well said. I think the best thing for him to do is just get the run game going, right? You get the run game going, you can do a lot of great things, bootleg and whatnot. I don't need one. Got a beautiful one from 1993 Super Bowl. I know what you're talking about, the shark one, right?
Yeah.
Puro primos. I'm Zuniga on the paternal godmother side. No wonder we get along. I can see.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That,
Nice. I like it.
that is awesome. No one said anything when Stafford led the league in interceptions last year. Make it make sense. Ooh, I like that.
He's
Make it
right.
make sense. That's a great slogan. Make it make sense, please. Because it is true. Dak was never known for the interceptions. In fact, we would get upset with him because he was very conservative, never wanted to throw the pick. It looked like he was trying to protect the stats. Now that he's throwing picks, now he's the problem. Let's sign Hops D Hops. This is by RD 1225306. Let's sign Hops per pickup or pick up OBJ, and hopefully we can grab the running back from Texas. Great off season. Coach Jay says yes, I agree.
We'll see,
Uh,
man. It's gonna be interesting.
there's still a lots to go, man. Super Bowl win makes sense. It does make sense. Shoot, man, I hope we get it before the 30-year marker, man, because I'll tell you this. It's like Jerry Jones and Steven Jones are just letting these other fan bases just wail on us, man. We're losing friendships at this point, like real friendships. But it's all good, man. That's it for us, I think. We basically kind of, said what we liked what we saw from the combine. We know where the Cowboys are headed right now with what the moves they've done with Terrence Steele and the move they will do with Tony Pollard. I think with this scouting combine, we learned a lot that right now the hot group is the defensive back, and if you wait too late, there's not really going to be that prospect that could be that it factor. So I think the cornerback is going to put a lot of pressure on the Cowboys at 26, which you hate to be that team, right, Harv?
Yep.
But at the same token, if they can stay disciplined and just BPA, best player available, I think that always works out too. So, like if Nolan Smith is there, like you said, Nolan Smith, Sam Williams, Michael Parsons, that's going to help the interception. So, I think the biggest thing and the biggest storyline is going to be the in the next coming up shows, the next couple of weeks, right? Which is our preparation for free agency. Because how the Cowboys handle free agency, that is going to be the telling sign on what exactly we're going to do during the draft. Let me see. RD says JJ has made it hard to be a boys fan. We get the hate, and those two make the billions. It's a shame. Yeah, it is, man. I love what he says. I love to Saturday night coach the boys. Oh, good for you, man. Good for you. It's actually a very honorable thing to do. I think young men that like to play football, they need coaches out there. When you have a one wide receiver who can create separation, there's Jackson Smith and Jigba, man. That guy just knows how to just get open. Nolan Smith falls to you 26. You can't pass him up. I'm with you at this point.
You
Oh,
can.
that's the only thing that we can say, right? Because we've seen all this. Nolan Smith was the first one to stand out, I think, from everybody, right? Hard for
Yep.
during this, and
Yep.
then this cornerback class just wow. But that is it for us.
Yep.
TikTok.
Join us on YouTube. Help us get to 1,000. You get it. You get us to 1,000. We're going to be going live every single day. We'll be going live at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'm sorry, 6:30 p.m. Central time. That's 7:30 Eastern. We'll be going live Monday through Thursdays, and then live on Sundays. So you get us to 1,000. We'll go ahead and do that. So make sure you hit the like button, you hit the subscribe. I want to thank those people that are liking on TikTok. 1,500 likes.
Appreciate
Not
it.
too bad
Appreciate it,
for
man.
Sunday, man. We draft Nolan, and it's Bad Bunny and Don Q 151 time. I guess we know what kind of music you like, right? The
Yeah.
reggaeton stuff, man. All right, TikTok. You guys be nice, man. We will see you guys later.
Be nice.
They're still giving us nice likes. Uh, and for those that are tuning in, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and turn on the notification. You'll know exactly when we'll go live, and we can chop it up, have fun like the way we do, and from there, keep it real, man. Right, Harvey?
Keep it real.